first. Scoffing junk food is as addictive as smoking and taking drugs, new research has found. Scientists conducted tests on rats and now believe that burgers, chips and sausages program the brain into craving more sugary and fatty snacks, causing the body to be dependent on a bad diet in the same way that you can become addicted to cocaine or heroin. Now, it's not clear how applicable the findings are to humans, but, you know, bearing all that in mind, what would you say your weakness is, Zoe?
Oh, definitely, like hundreds and hundreds of us is sugar. And I wish that I didn't have a sweet tooth, but I do. And it's like, when I go on a diet and I do really well, and then I fall off the bandwagon, and I'll just think, I'll be all right, I'll just have a bit of whatever, sweet or chocolate. And then you want more, don't you? So I do think it is. And I know, you might say, oh, well, you know, just say no, use your willpower. But I can't be friends with people with willpower.
But it's very addictive, isn't it? That's the only thing, you know, especially sugar. I
know, I love sugar. And do you know what makes me, well, not poorly, but say if I went to the fair and had some candy floss, oh, it's lovely, isn't it, eh? Oh, but you know what? I'll be asleep 3 hours later. That's what the effect that it has on me.
You see, that's wrong, because sugar actually makes you hyper sugar.
Yeah, but then you crash.
Oh, no, I crash and burn years ago,
But the problem with all of these, the problem with all of these things is it's not, you know, a little bit of what you fancy does you good. You can have a little bit of chocolate and the odd burger and you know, maybe the odd packet of crisps. It's a problem when that becomes your diet. That's, you know, that's what they're saying.
But the thing is, you have to kind of be disciplined, don't you? Because sugar, I mean, I'd be very strange if I had a lot of sugar. I mean, I'd be all over the place. Or anything.
Sugar away from you.
Yes, exactly. But so I do think you have to have control. The only thing I don't have control over is salt.
Right.
I'm a salt fiend.
Are you?
Yes.
Bad for you too much.
I know, but you see, all right, who was the person who said it was bad for you? And what does it actually do? But you can't have chips without salt, can you? You can't. No, you can't have mashed potato without salt. You can't have baked beans without salt. You can't have a boiled egg without salt because it tastes yucky, doesn't it?
Yes, but I'm not being funny, Sherry. You said today that you put salt on bread and butter.
What? Listen, I haven't had a man for 7 years. I'm allowed salt on my bread. That's the least of my worries, isn't it?
Actually, because salt is one thing that I'm so not bothered about, apart from chips. I have to have it on chips, but I don't have it on anything else. I think my weakness is probably carbs, actually.
Yeah.
Bread, butter, pasta,
Potato.
mashed potatoes with loads of butter in it.
Yeah.
You know, if I could get away with it, if I was one of these really naturally slim people that could eat anything, that's probably all I'd eat.
I must admit, you know, you're talking about the whole sugar thing. My addiction was, and it's really bizarre to say was, chocolate. This is going to be my first dry Easter, because this is going to be my first Easter without having any chocolate at all, which is unheard of, especially, you know, if any members of my family watching will be spitting their tea out going, what?
But, Andrea, are you trying to say that you actually can't touch a bit of chocolate now?
No, I basically, I was crazy, especially Easter. This is my worst time of year, because I would, obviously, you get given them, especially if you've got kids, you get given them, and so there'd be about 10 in the house, so I'd eat 8 of them. Just to save the kids. Too much chocolate is not good for them. But even before I had children, I can remember I ate my ex-husband's Easter egg. And
You ate your ex-husband?
Yes. Yes. It's not been seen for a while. But on the stress of trying to track down an Easter egg after Easter, when they're all gone, I'd be, you know, going to little corner shops going, got any Easter eggs? What? Got any Easter eggs? Around the back. Go on, I'll give you anything. I'll give you all my purse.
Because there is something much more tasty about Easter eggs than there is a bar of chocolate, and it's the same thing. It's the shell bit for me. I love it, and I've done something terrible. That last year I did it, and this year I came home from Birmingham after my family a visit with like 4 or 5 Easter eggs for my family for Jake.
Yeah.
And I've not showed them to him, and I'm going to give them away to other children for presents, so I won't eat them. I know. They love loads.
That's depriving your child.
I just can't do it. I don't want them in the house because they'll be in my stomach.
You see, that bit doesn't compute with me, because I just hide them, eat them, and then everybody's happy.
Yeah. I have to just once say, I had an addiction to bananas.
Right.
And it was, I did. I mean, I would go, they would jump in my mouth from anywhere. And I had to knock that on the head. That's a bad one.
Okay.
Bananas.
Well, talking of Easter eggs, we thought we'd have a bit of Easter fun today. So we've been joined by the Easter Bunny. There he is. He's going to to take you on an Easter egg hunt during the show. He's going to hide 3 eggs around the studio for you to spot. We want you at home to keep your eyes peeled, note down the colours of the 3 different eggs. You could be in with a chance of winning £200 worth of Ticketmaster vouchers. So after the show, log on to our website where you'll find all the details on how to enter and the terms and conditions. You must be 18 or over to enter. Entries close at 1:30 p.m. on Wednesday, April the 7th, and we'll announce the winner during the show on Thursday, April the 8th. So get hunting. Go to itv.com/loosewomen.